Hi Ladybirds, so welcome to your maths challenge today. Now hopefully you'll find this fun because we've got some fun little things that I've got on my table next to me ready to go today. One of them is that, here he comes, look, I've got a little Lego astronaut figure here. And I thought he could join us because we're learning about space, that he could join us today to do some of our learning. And he's going to join us for the first little challenge, which I'm going to start calling our little power up challenge. Now, your power up challenge today is going to involve some of our astronauts for space. And what I'd like you to see if you can do is think about recording or using a manipulative, so using something in front of you to help you with your maths first challenge. So it might be that you use any Numicon if you've got your Numicon pack at home. It might be that you use a number line if you've got that at home still. If you're really particularly short on resources as you use this video, then you could always use your fingers that are a great maths resource that you always have with you. That's a very good one. Now the first one is that our little astronaut, and I'm going to call him Stan. So you can say hello to Stan if you like. So this is his name, Stan. Now he's got some other astronauts he's going to show you. And I'd like to see if you can work out what would happen if Stan, because he loves and he's desperate to go into space, if he were to join some astronaut teams, then how many astronauts would there then be? So you're trying to work out, first of all, one more today. So this is our first astronaut team that we've got. And what's really exciting, these are real life astronauts. And what's really exciting is you can even see some flags in the background. So you might even notice where these astronauts are coming from based on their flag. And you can see on their arms that they've got those badges just there as well. So this one might be quite well known too because it's the USA. It's a bit like NASA, isn't it? So get a bit distracted. One more, if Stan comes to join in, one more, what would it be? Now remember, you can pause the video if you need a little bit of time, but I'm going to carry on showing you. So one more, this would be 3 astronauts here, because we've got 1, 2, 3. And if we do one more astronaut, so if Stan comes to join in, then that number 3 that we've had would be increased by 1 more, and it would turn into the number 4, which is this number here. So it would turn into the number 4. Now you can see the way that I've made that number 4, in this case, is I've done this part is 3, this part is 1, altogether it would make 4. Right, now Dan wants to join all the teams, so he's so excited. So let's just say, this is his next team. Look at those amazing orange astronaut space suits there. So how many can you see? What would happen if Stan joins one more? See if you can count and work out one more. Off you go. Now remember, you can pause the video if you need to, because I might not give you enough time. So do pause. Okay, let's have a see. Now first of all, I'm going to count. Now as I'm going to do my counting, what I might do is I might count in lines and in rows, because that's a good way to count when we've got things like this that aren't moving around. So I could count all the heads of the back row and then the front row. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 people, 7 astronauts. This is one way to make 7, or I could make 7 this way. Now I'm going to think if Stan gets involved, 1 more than 7, how many do you think that would be? 1 more than 7. So number 7, I'm going to add 1 more, turn it into an even number now, and that would make the number 8. Was that the same number you had at home? So 1 more than 7 is 8. Okay, final challenge. Let's see, here we go. Oh, there are lots here. Can you see if you can count how many? Lots of astronauts here. What would one more be? Pause the video if you need to. Okay, I'm going to count with you now. Let's see, I'm going to do my strategy that I used before. I'm going to count the rows because then I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anyone out on my counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, get into the big numbers. 13. What would one more than 13 be? One more than 13. So this is how I'd represent my 13. One more than 13 would be 14. Right, well done, Ladybirds. We were getting really into that challenge. I could have kept on going for that for ages, but we need to get on with our learning. Now, today we are going to learn some new language, some new words in maths. And one of the things we're going to learn is about length. Length. Now, what length means is length means how long something is or how short something is. Okay, so let's see if you can say that with me. So length means how long something is. Well done for joining in. Okay, now I'm going to use something to help me think and just remember that by using my hands too. So I'm going to use my hands to show something that's starting off where it's quite short, and then it's going to get long, longer, longer, until it would be the longest. I'm trying to get it on my video, look. Till it's the longest it can be on my video screen. Look, I can't go out of my screen anymore. Now, those are some special words we're going to use. So we're going to see if you can join in with those words. So we say long, longer, longest. Now, what I'd like you to try to do today is to go and have a little discover around your house. Go be a little bit like an astronaut who's landed in a special new planet. It could be your planet house, and see if you can find some things that you think are long, maybe something that you then think is longer, and something that you think is the longest. Now, what might be a good way to do it is to have one special thing with you to compare it against. So it might be, I've been really excited about my Lego ship, haven't I, that I've been showing you about. Now, it might be that you were having a go at building a rocket challenge yesterday and you're learning. It might be you take your rocket around your house with you. See if you can have a go at finding something that is long, longer, longest. So what's the longest thing you can find? What's longer than your spacecraft? Can you find something that you think is long? See if you can have a go. Off you go, Ladybirds. Right, Ladybirds, I'm going to move it on now. So remember, you can always pause if you need to for the video. Now, I went and had a little explore. I went and found some really fun things. I went around the classroom in school and found some fun things. And I'm going to show you in a moment what I found. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my special words today. Okay, I've got them on my paper today. So you might see that there's also some animal words in here. So I've got the animal word for the, and then I've got my gap, because that's going to be what my object is going to be. So I've just done lots of gaps in there. So the something is longer than the. Ooh, I'm going to see if I can use my words and see if I can say if something is longer or something maybe is shorter. So I'm going to have a little look and see. But I'm really looking for my longest things. So now I've got my spacecraft. Now let's have a see. Which one do I think is longer? Let's have a see. Ooh, I'm going to show this what I found first. Look, I've found some train track. Now my train track, I'm going to put it, and I'm going to make sure that I line them up along the edge, because if I measure them like this, it's going to be quite hard for me to measure. So I'm going to put them so that where the spaceship, I should do it where it begins, where the spaceship begins here, and where my train track begins is where I'm going to line them up. So I'm going to line them up like this. Now this might not be the easiest for you to see on the video, so I'm sorry it's not quite the easiest. But I'm going to go like this. So that's my two objects. Now I can see that the train track is longer than my spacecraft because I can see that it carries on going just here. And this bit is longer than my spacecraft. What about this one? Look, I found a little doggy because I know you love dogs, so I thought I'd put a little doggy up. So I've got a Dalmatian here. My Dalmatian, now my Dalmatian isn't longer, so he's actually called shorter. But what I'm going to say is, let's see, I'm going to say my spacecraft is longer than my Dalmatian. Because what you might notice today is that my measurement is I'm measuring this way rather than measuring this way. So it's this way that I'm looking to do my measurement. Now, those were a couple of the things that I found. I wonder whether you can now do a couple of challenges before our video stops today. So one of them, look at your objects that you've got in front of you and see if you can use those words that I've just been using. So when you use words like this, where you start with that wonderful animal word, what was it? That's it, the. And we've got the, and then whatever you've picked is longer than the, look, more animal words. So you can use those and compare what you found in your house. That's your first little challenge. Then finally, I would like you to see if you could have a go, because you had a go at building or creating your own little rockets yesterday, and I saw some amazing ones starting to come through on Teams, so well done. Your challenge is to see if you can have a go at adapting your rocket to make a part of it get either longer, or you could go shorter if you want, but it'd be really cool if you could try and make something go longer. So it might be the wings that you adapt, or it might be a different model that you want to. Right, those are your learning challenges today. I hope you enjoy them. I'm going to stop the video now so that you can finish those last couple of challenges. But if you need to, you can always rewind it and go back to any point to listen to me again if you want to. Right, thank you, ladybirds. Well done. See you later. Bye.